really bright, blustery Monday morning. I love these days where you have that really gorgeous, bright blue sky and the sunshine coming through, but it is nippy and it's a bit blowy as well actually. It was a bit of a gale force earlier on, but it's just, these days are just so rejuvenating. I've been doing lots of pondering actually, and lots of people I work with at the moment have been going through lots of changes, and I think we all have in some respects, haven't we? But they've been going through lots and lots of changes, some of which actually are really difficult and have either been challenging in a practical way or have been very challenging mentally or emotionally or spiritually or physically, or actually bits and pieces of all of those sorts of things. And we kind of think as we move through changes that once we get past this specific set of changes, that we'll be on a little bit more of an even keel, and once we've expanded in one direction, so perhaps we've changed our belief system, we've dealt with difficult emotions, or we've grown or developed in some way, shape or form, that we'll move into a period of life where things are a little bit more in flow and things seem a little bit easier. And I've been thinking about this all weekend, and I don't think that's the case anymore. I think the more we evolve, the more evolution we have to go through. I think the more we expand, the more expansion then we are able to process and deal with. I think the more we grow, the more growth we actually draw to us. So I think for all of us that are on that path of growth and development and allowing more and more of our spirit and more of our truth to come into being, I think actually we have to face the fact in some respects that this is life, and there is always going to be a greater level of change, a greater level of challenge to go through, because the more we develop, the greater the level that we are able to develop at. So actually, as we start to grow, we attract more growth to us, because as we grow, our vibration changes. If I think about energy, our vibration changes, and so our vibration becomes slightly quicker, and therefore, thank you very much, because that makes perfect sense, and that was just me thanking spirit, and therefore as our vibration increases and gets faster, so too does the rate at which we start to attract changes, situations, circumstances that contribute to the next level of growth for us. I believe that we're all called to find the deepest aspect of truth within us and to live that. And for me, that means finding the deepest aspect of spiritual truth within me. It means understanding my connection with the spirit world and with the Great Spirit, and it's understanding that connection and how that connection comes into being in my life through my spirit, and how the interaction with the spirit world also comes into being, how I can embody the truth that they bring to me, and how I can share that so that other people are able to find that truth for them. And the thing is, we can do all sorts of things, we can work in all sorts of ways, we can run all sorts of programs, I do too, but the only real way to truly embody that and to bring it to other people is to actually allow it to be present in your life and to live that. And as we start to embody that, as we start to live that spiritual truth within our life, everything starts to change, and everything starts to change because it's only as we actually start to allow something to be present within our life that we realise the things that are preventing it being even more present or being fully present. So particularly for those people who are on that path of working with spirit and that path of bringing the ever greater presence and truth of spirit into their life, it's change. It's change, it's change, it's change, and it's change again. Because as soon as you are able to start to bring in and allow the truth of spirit to be present within your life, you need to change to accommodate its ever greater presence. And it's like you're on, and you are, it's like in the tarot cards, you're on the Wheel of Fortune, and the Wheel of Fortune is always turning. Nothing ever stays static. Everything is always changing, and your spiritual path means that it will even more so, because that greater aspect and truth of spirit will be finding its way through your energy into its own expression. You have to know that you're going to be asked to walk where somebody hasn't walked before, to do what hasn't been done before, to do the things that people will say can't be done. And you have to be willing to create what you're actually trying to bring into the world, because you won't be able to walk a path that's already been trodden before, because the paths that have already been trodden, that work is already out there, and your expression, your purpose, your path is calling for you to actually forge your own path. So you have to know that you can't follow and you can't walk in somebody else's footsteps. So everything that you think you know, that's the foundation. But then you're being encouraged to reach out and allow that greater sense of knowing to come forth from within, and you are being encouraged to take a different path. Trust what you cannot see, but know that you're being guided.